Welcome to this Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video, where we are taking a look at a spell card that will be released in Invasion Vengeance, known as Red Eyes Insight. This is a spell card that allows you to send a Red Eyes monster from your deck to your graveyard, or from your hand to the graveyard, to then add a Red Eyes spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, and you can only activate Red Eyes Insight once per turn. Now, what can you really do with this? Well, some Red Eyes decks, to set up certain plays, would use Foolish Burial to send one of the Red Eyes monsters from the deck to the graveyard. However, Red Eyes Insight is generally a better, a good replacement for Foolish Burial, and possibly even a better card to use in general, for multiple reasons. One, it sends the monster to the graveyard. I'll just go here so you can read the text as well. It sends the monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard as a cost. Foolish Burial sends it upon resolution. So even if the activation of Foolish Burial will be negated by anything like Magic Jam or Dark Bribe, you wouldn't send a monster to the graveyard. In Red Eyes Insight's case, you will, because they can only chain to something after the cost has been paid, in this case, that's sending the monster to the graveyard, so the monster will still be there. In addition, it could also come from your hand. Generally, you'd still send it from your deck, because then you don't lose as much card advantage, and generally in the deck you have more cards to choose from. But you also have the option to send it from your hand. So if you just have the exact card you want in the graveyard in your hand, just go for it. And in addition to that, it doesn't just send the monster, it also immediately gets you a spell or trap to work with. So what combos can you really use for this? What are smart cards to send to the graveyard? Smart cards to add to the hand? There's probably quite a few things you can come up with. In the comments, let me know if you can come up with something. I've come up with a few things. A monster to send to the graveyard in a Red Eyes deck would be a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. You could be like, wait, but I want the thing in the hand, because it's really easy to special summon through its effect, and then to special summon another dragon for free, even if it's higher than level 4, and then you can just do it without tributes, because it's a special summon. Well, send this from your deck, or hand, really, but generally you'd send it from the deck to the graveyard. What Red Eyes spell or trap do you add? Red Eyes Spirit. A trap card that allows you to target a Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, except Red Eyes Blackjack, and then special summon it. So you play Red Eyes Insight, send this thing through the graveyard, add this, set it. During your opponent's turn, or during your next turn, you activate Red Eyes Spirit, target Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, special summon it to the field. Once it's on the field, it can just apply its effect like normal to special summon a dragon-type monster from your hand to your graveyard, like a Red Eyes Black Dragon, I don't know, whatever other dragons you might be playing. Maybe one of your destroyed dragon-type fusion monsters. There's quite a lot of options with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. It is a very useful card in almost any dragon-type deck. You can also use just the, I suppose, Red Eyes Insight to set up for the summon of Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, or the new Ryuseiryu Meteor Black Dragon. Now, I haven't actually taken a look at Red Eyes Fusion. I should do that right now. Let's go. So using monsters from hand, deck, or your side of field fusion material. So you really don't even need to send the monster to the grave for Red Eyes Fusion itself, but you can use things like, because both of them are dragon types, you can send them to the graveyard to use a card like Dragon's Mirror to summon these cards. You can also send a dragon there to help set up for a Dragon's Mirror play into 5-headed dragon. Would you really feel like that's the play to make? There's quite a lot of options. One more thing is with Red Eyes Transmigration. You'd send your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to the graveyard, because that's a level 8 or above, in this case level 10 Red Eyes monster. You play your Red Eyes Transmigration, naturally you'd have to have Lord of the Red already in your hand when you play Red Eyes Insight. So you play Insight, send Darkness Metal to the grave, add Red Eyes Transmigration. Normally you tribute monsters from your hand or field. However, if you have Red Eyes monsters in the graveyard, like Darkness Metal Dragon, you can banish them as the cost. You can banish them as tributes for the ritual summon. So you banish the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon that's in your graveyard for Red Eyes Transmigration. You immediately fulfill the entire tribute requirement for the ritual summon, and you'll be able to play Lord of the Red and then play with that. It does mean your Darkness Metal Dragon will be banished, and chances are you won't be able to bring it back. However, there are a few different spells and traps and monster effects even that allow you to bring back a banished monster to the field or to the graveyard to then resume plays with it. Maybe like Return from the Different Dimension? There's a few different cards that can put it in the grave. If you can put it back in the grave, then you can maybe revive it with something like Red Eye Spirit. But going into Red Eyes Transmigration to then banish it for Lord of the Red is another option you can use for Red Eyes Insight. Now let's take a look at the tips and trivia pages for this spell. It can be searched by a few different cards. Foolish Burial and Red Eyes that can be replaced with this, sends from hand or main deck. Also, it's cost for an effect, which makes 100% successful as long as it's not banished. Yep. Can easily set up. It is recommended to use Red Eyes Fusion, as that can send them off the deck to grave instead of banishing from the grave. Yeah, like with Dragon's Mirror, something like that, as I mentioned before. Red Eyes Fusion, just to go with that, is an easier play generally. Send a Red Eyes Darkness Metal, then Transmigration to go for Lord of the Red. Indeed. Send a Red Eyes Darkness Metal. Either Return of the Red Eyes or Red Eyes Spirit to revive it later. Let's see, Return of the Red Eyes. What does that do again? If you control a Red Eyes monster, except Red Eyes Black Chick, you can target a normal monster in your grave, so to summon it. No, that's not the one we're looking for. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the grave, you can target a Red Eyes monster in your grave, special summon it. It does need to be destroyed though, so that's a lot less certain for this specific strategy than Red Eyes Spirit is. Any trivia for Insight? Red Eyes Black Dragon is featured in this card's artwork, yeah. Okay, this card artwork seems to mirror Honor the Eyes of Blue, which sounds like Blue Eyes. Send the Blue Eyes once from hand to deck to grave, so I get a fist up monster on the field, while that monster fist up on the field cannot attack. So the cost is the same as Red Eyes Insight, just Red Eyes Insight adds a Red Eye spell or trap where Authority of the Eyes of Blue targets a face-up monster on the field, and while it's on the field it cannot attack. Also, that's a quick play spell, this is a normal spell. But the cost is similar, and like Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, both related to main monsters used by main characters in the original series. Alright, that was the discussion video for Red Eyes Insights. In the comments below, let me know if you can think of any cool strategies you can use with this card, if you plan to maybe use it after this discussion video. And also let me know what cards you would like to see me discuss. Next time I may just pick the card that you told me about in the comments. See you in tomorrow's Daily Yu-Gi-Oh video. Goodbye.